Hey you guys, so I just tried to make this video like 3 times. For whatever reason it's challenging to share. I don't know why. I noticed that I got a bunch of harsh comments from a hateful person, and it hurt. I felt it. It immediately hurt. I just felt the daggers, and I felt the sinking energy. Suddenly I felt awful. And I want to share with you exactly how I cleared that energy and how I continue to share even in the face of pushback or bullying or negative comments or hate or whatever it is that you might be facing or you might be afraid of facing if you put yourself out there. I'm a huge advocate of you sharing the love that's in your heart, whatever it is that inspires you, and putting that out into the world, because that's what we are here to do, is to share what lights us up so we can create a brighter world. It's very simple. So if we don't have methods or strategies to deal with that which attempts to knock us down, there's no way to continue sharing that love and light in the world, right? So I want to share with you one very simple thing, and it's exactly what I just did to clear the energy, cut the cord from that negative person, and come back into my own healthy self. The one thing to remember when you put yourself out there and other people say things about you, and this goes for the positive comments too, not just the negative ones, other people's opinions have nothing to do with you. Nothing. Other people's judgments have nothing to do with you. What? Yes, truly. Why? Because what they are sharing is simply a statement about them. It's telling you about them. It has nothing to do with you. So what I mean by this is when somebody says a harsh thing about you or judges you or criticizes you, all that tells you is that in that moment, they are in the energy of criticism. They are in the energy of judgment, of negativity, of hate maybe. That's all the information you're getting. But oftentimes what we humans do is we take what somebody says about us and then we make it true. We digest it and we believe it, believing that other people know what's best or what's true about you. And that's just not the case. Wayne Dyer said it really beautifully. He had 7 billion reputations depending on the person who was looking at him in that moment. This is a really important concept to grasp, okay? And to bring it from concept to actual experience. And I know this because I can tell when I judge someone or I criticize someone unconsciously, it's just my own insecurities coming up. It's just my own lack of consciousness and lack of love and lack of awareness. It's just a temporary veil over the truth, which is we're all love, we're all connected, we are all part of the same delicious, valuable, just presence. And it hurts. It hurts when somebody throws a dagger or says something harsh because it's just not the truth. And that separation hurts. And so it can very easily lead us to crawl into a ball and not share so that we don't have to feel that separation that so many people are living in. But when you can master the ability to remember the truth and reside in a place of love, no matter how much hate people are trying to throw at you or how much pain they're living in, then you are leading with love and you're serving the world, and you're most importantly stepping into self-actualization, self-realization. And that's what we need. We're really here to wake up to higher levels of consciousness, to the truth. So if we cower and duck and hide in the face of unconsciousness, there's no way to actually bring more consciousness into the world. It defeats the whole purpose of that love that's trying to sprout and bloom and blossom. Spring is such a powerful metaphor for this and reflection of this. All of that wisdom and beauty that's trying to come through you, if you let those temporary obstacles squash that divine, that divinity, that delicious love that's inside of you, It's okay. I mean, I've done that in the past too, but I'm making this message to help you like bloop, bloop, kind of clear that unconscious pattern of letting somebody else's rubble squash the beauty and the flowers and the diamonds and the power and the magnificence that's within you. So the one way to do this is to remember very simply, and don't take my word for it, just simply notice, really sit with it, reflect on this concept, reflect and dive deep inside of yourself. Other people's opinions are just opinions. They have nothing to do with you. If they were the truth, then every single person in all of humanity would know it to be true too. The only people I take in or digest the opinions of, to be quite transparent with you, are enlightened masters that I sit with. And I highly suggest sitting with masters, with, those beings. And if you can't in person, then read their books. I sit with my guides and my masters and teachers who are very clearly living in a state of consciousness that is rare, and it is pure, and it is whole, and it is magnificent. It's extraordinary. And in their presence, I can see, even when they don't relate to something, even when they don't resonate, even when they do not agree with something that's being spoken, they do not deliver hate. They simply reside in a space of presence, of consciousness. They don't sell their truth out in order to battle what they believe is right or wrong. Because anything that separates life into right or wrong is a lie. Anything that separates life into good or bad is the illusion. It's Maya. It's that which is temporary, that which is fleeting, that which is coming and going, that which is ever changing. And the way to share powerfully is to lead from a place of what never changes, to lead from a place of what is unbreakable, unshakable, what I call the diamond self. The word diamond means unbreakable. And really that essence is love. So the very simple and tangible practice that you can do when somebody throws hate at you, when you're sharing in the world or showing up in the world, is to first of all remember that their opinions are not the truth. They have no say about you. They have nothing to do with you. They are simply a demonstration of them. They're a statement about them, showing you, oh, this person's in a state of judgment, of negativity, of separation, of anger, of upset, of illusion. And that's okay. We all experience that. And then what I love to do is to cut. I just imagine cutting the cord, doing whatever I need to do to clear myself from any sort of attachment or unconscious bind with that person. And I say, return to sender, that energy that was sent my way, return to sender with consciousness attached. So what I mean by that is I just imagine, and I just learned this recently, and I love this addition to this practice. When I send that energy back, I imagine flowers going back and dropping at their feet. That person actually being blessed, because beneath their judgment and their criticism is the same thing as you and me. It's just love, an innocence, a purity that is temporarily obscured. So when we send that love back, when we return that energy to sender, so it just bounces off of you, it doesn't affect you, and with it, they receive love, they receive light, they receive a blessing, it lifts the whole frequency up, the frequency of the whole up. I know I feel it. Rather than, oh, that person, and going into separation, which is the illusion in the first place, which is the limitation in the first place, it's, oh, this is my brother who's just temporarily judging me. No problem. Can I love him anyway? If people judge you, can you share anyway? If people hate you, can you love anyway? If people don't want you around, can you shine your light bright anyway?